start on. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And too much juice. He'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
There's always going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 67 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. Touchdown.
First down, it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. On the move past the 40. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards.
Ready, set.
Hall again on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there. Brings up fourth. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down, Rob.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good. But they feel better about themselves now. They feel exponentially worse.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A give running right is Hall. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. There's Wilson to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they...
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to look deep for Moore. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted. Completion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin with an AFC clash up in the Northeast. Baltimore playing host to Buffalo. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Laviska Shenault, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that one's at halftime with them leading the visiting New York Giants. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in that first half. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the
On the counter, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, turn that into a pick six.
Here we go. Set. Check. Work.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw is Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Wilson will throw again. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up... Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line. Ready.
Now Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Let's go.
That's good.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Throwing is Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. First down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. So now Wilson and the Jets with a third and long here following the sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no